Hello to all of my viewers on the exciting brand new episode of Match Point, and Dr. Adnan welcomes you on the forum of Match Point. The Match Point with a brand new show and with a brand new set, as you can see, has been specially designed by our team for the Asia Cup, upcoming Asia Cup 2018, which will be the giant battle of the Titans. It will be the clash of the Titans when the Team Pakistan will take on India, the traditional arch rivals, in a friendly or whether non-friendly match on 19th of September. And as I have told you previously in my previous show, that it could have been the possible India-Pakistan series if the things go right and smooth. We can see the three matches, one the 19th and one in the Super 4 show, and one it will be the grand finale of the tri-match series, and it could have been the grand finale of the Asia Cup 2018. So, ladies and gentlemen, Asia Cup 2018, 6 teams, 66 players, 13 matches, 13 days, and they will fight for the one cup, we say it, the Asia Cup. The Asia Cup history, as I have told you in the previous show, but once again the new followers and the new persons who are following our show, I just want to brief you that Asia Cup has been started back in the 80s, in the 1984, when the inaugural tournament was picked up by the Sunil Gavaskar, Kapil Dev and the famous traditional Indian team who have won the 1983 Cricket World Cup, the first ever team to win, the first ever Asian team to win the Cricket World Cup. So the Asia Cup will take place in this very place, I mean Dubai, when we say UAE, for the very first time since 1995. 1995 was the time when it was played over there, and then it has been played over the various places. Some of the countries were the host and the other were not having the privilege of the host, but this time all of the countries will have the not having the privilege of being the host, and none of them will be the host. But don't worry when I say that there will be a no host in the UAE, and all of the alien teams will meet each other for the clash of the Titans. So there will be a one team who will have the advantage of being the host, even not being the host, but they will shine and they will share themselves, saying that we are the traditional host. So let's see how we progress to the match point. I will share this story to you, that who will be the traditional host of this neutral venue where no one is owning the ground, but still one team to go to own the ground. So the champions of the Asia Cup, if I go back in the past and I may brief you that what is the history of the Asia Cup, the most successful team ever in the history of the Asia Cup is Team India, team of Virat Kohli, team of Mahendra Singh Dhoni, team of Kapil Dev and team of Sunil Gavaskar. They have the privilege with the 6 prestigious titles of the Asia Cup out of 13, making nearly 45% of the Asia Cup, even not playing the one title when it was played back in the 1986, and due to some political scenario, Indian team refused to come back and they couldn't participate in the 1986 Asia Cup, and finally Pakistan was beaten by the Team Sri Lanka at that time the underdogs of cricket, and they beat Pakistan in their home to lift the prestigious title for the first ever time and the overall second time. So a part of that, even missing that part, Team India is having an overall record nearly 50%, little less than the 50%, and the Team India is the only team in the history of Asia Cup having won it when it was played in the 2020 fashion in spite of the 50 over game. 6 times they have won the title. 1984 was the first time inaugural title they have won and lifted the trophy. 1988 and 1990 back to back India winning the game, and then 1995, 2010 and 2016 they won the cup, Asia Cup. And then Sri Lanka is the second most successful team of the Asia Cup by winning 5 titles in their pocket. 1986, as I was telling you about the year, that is the year of the Football World Cup and is the year of the Asia Cup cricket. 1986, when India boycotted the game and the game was moved to the Sri Lanka, Colombo. India never moved over there, and Pakistan along with the other minnows were expected to win the Asia Cup, but unfortunately Pakistan lost this cup. Some mysterious reasons why Pakistan was unable to win the Asia Cup until the Moin Khan's Pakistan lifted the cup with a glory, but always Pakistan was struggling in this very cup which we say Asia Cup. The Sharjah, which was known to be their home, which was known to be their den, whenever the Sharjah Cup was going on, Pakistan was the hot favorite. But suddenly, when the things were changing from the Sharjah Cup to the Asia Cup, even the same venue, Pakistan was struggling in the past. So, Sri Lanka 5 times. 1986 was the time. 1997 was the time when, after lifting the World Cup in the 1996, that famous team of Rana Tunga, Sanath Jayasuriya, Ravinder De Silva, those Tigers who were chasing nearly 400 in those times, any total you give them, and they were chasing in those times, they won the title second time in 97. And then Sri Lankan team with the courtesy of the mighty Sangha and the mighty Jayawardene, they won back-to-back titles in 2004 and 2008, which were the days of Olympic Games, Athens Games and the Beijing Games. So back-to-back, 2004 along with the Olympic Games, 2008 along with the Beijing Games, they won this prestigious title back-to-back. And then 2014 was the last time. The 50 over format, the last defending champion in the 50 over format is Team Sri Lanka, team of Tigers, who won the Asia Cup. Pakistan, the big names in the cricket, big names on the cricket panel when it comes against the arch rivals, but unfortunately Pakistan is the least successful team in this format of game and in Asia Cup, as Pakistan won it only twice, once with the Moin Khan and once with the Misbah-ul Haq. With the 2000 was the first time when they won the title, lifted the title, and then 2012 was the time when they lifted under the great Misbah-ul Haq, who is having a great captaincy record, breaking Imran Khan, Abdul Hafiz Kardad, and eventually breaking out every possible records in the team Pakistan. So, time to tell you about the most runners-up in the Asia Cup. Sri Lanka is the most, you can say, what happened with the England in the World Cup, Cricket World Cup, that happened to the Sri Lanka in the Asian Games. The most unsuccessful team and the most unlucky team for the grand finales is the team Sri Lanka, the team of Tigers. 6 times they have lost the grand finale of the Asia Cup, is the most unsuccessful team of the grand finale. India losing it 3 times. And on the other hand, if I jump to the team Pakistan is the most successful, you can say, the finalist, that only they lost 2 times. 4 times they reached, 2 times they won, as because of the less percentage, Pakistan team has lost only 2 times the grand finale of the Asia Cup. 1 time to the arch rivals India and the other time to the host Sri Lankans. So now this was a brief story what about the Asia Cup, and now coming towards the headlines, the big ones, headlines I will give you, and then we will jump back to the show and we will start the show and will brief you about what's up, what's in Team Afghanistan, Team India, Team Pakistan and Team Bangladesh. First of all, the headlines. The important headlines there, the PCB regarding the Pakistan Cricket Board, as the new PM came and the new chairman came, Ehsan Mani took over from the Najaf Sethi. So lot of new decisions are coming in the Pakistan Cricket Board. So the most important news regarding the Pakistan is right now that Pakistan Cricket Board is having some concerns over the vice captain. If Sarfraz gets sick, if Sarfraz gets injured as the wicketkeeper, wicket-keeping, the Team Pakistan is the most toughest job when it comes to the wicket-keeper. And often the knee issues and because of the excessive bending, who will be the vice captain of Team Pakistan? So, what was the name which was having the echoes in the conference room of Pakistan Cricket Board? And that name was Shoaib Malik. Shoaib Malik has been not chosen right now, but most of the votes in the conference room of Pakistan Cricket Board headquarters in the Gaddafi Stadium is about the Shoaib Malik. So let's see that Malik agrees with this or not, because yet Malik has to give his consent that he is ready to lead Team Pakistan in the absence of team captain Sarfraz Ahmed. The seasoned campaigner Shoaib Malik, who takes the cord of Team Pakistan in the middle overs, and when the game reaches to the middle, he's a very important part of the Pakistan team. And already Malik has told that this World Cup, when it will come to the 2019, this will be his the last World Cup and he will take retirement. So might be at his shoulders shining career. If we look back, Malik will have a last chance to shine for Pakistan in this Asia Cup and the upcoming World Cup. So let's see how it progresses and he will be given captaincy or not. Opening batsman Imamul Haq said that by winning the 14th edition of the Asia Cup, they want to dedicate this to the PM Imran Khan and to the Naya Pakistan. So let's see that the trophy will be dedicated, if they win, by the conditional trophy, if they win, will be dedicated to them. Each member of the Pakistan player, the next news is that they have decided to donate for the dams some of the rupees. And how much was the fund? 2 lakh per player, 2 lakh rupees. Every player will be donating for the new Pakistan's dam fund, which is the biggest echo right now in the Pakistan, that who will make the dam. So they will make the dam, they will be the part of the dam. So the other news is regarding the Asia Cup match between the Clash of Titans, I mean the match between India and Pakistan, which will be on the 19th of September, and that will be on the 8th of Muharram al-Haram. As I was telling you about the Muharram, Muharram is the holy month which has been observed in the Muslim Ummah and the Muslim world, including Pakistan. And for the respect of these last crucial days of 8th of Muharram, 9th of Muharram, 10th of Muharram, government of Pakistan has actually forbidden the celebrations, any kind of celebrations in the city after the match, in either condition, whatever the result of the match. And along with this, also they have told not to put any mega screens across the city. As you are knowing, whenever in the World Cups are coming or the Indo-Pak matches are coming, in the different hotels and the leading continental hotels, they are showing the matches on the big television screens. So this has been prohibited under the law, and Federal Minister has told that this will be not allowed because of the respect of the Muharram al-Haram. Still, lot of news to come and lot more things to come, but these are the major headlines. And now we will share with you lot of things and the depths and the strengths and the weakness of all the teams. So when I will come back, I will tell you the story of each team, including Team Pakistan and Team India. We will take a short commercial break, and when I will come back, we will resume right from here. You are watching Match Point by Dr. Adnan. Welcome back. You are watching Match Point, and we are discussing the Asia Cup. And I also want to tell you, if you want to follow our show, you can follow it on the Greatest Empire USA with the same name on the YouTube and on the same page on the Facebook. Greatest Empire USA. You can watch all of our shows over there. So regarding the Asia Cup, as it has been commenced, and as I told you that it will be the first time since 1995 when Asia Cup has been shifted in the desert in this very region. We say Dubai, Sharjah and Abu Dhabi, I mean the United Arab Emirates. So they are famous for their spin bowling tracks. If we go back into the 80s when the arch rivals Pakistan and India were playing, Imran Khan's Pakistan and Kapil Dev's India were playing in the 80s, in the 85, in the 86, all those times along with the fast bowlers, it was the paradise of spin bowling. But now we have observed that since recent times, we have seen that in the Asia Cup, a part of the Asia Cup in the UAE, when teams are playing, the spinners are not as much effective as they were 2 decades ago. I mean, especially if you see the 80s and the 90s and you compare with this modern era of 2018, 2017, or if I go back to the 2015-16, they are not as conductive pitches, very surprisingly. But still, spin is a depth. Still, the teams are preferring the spinners over there to hold the middle play of the game. And you will also watch the same in this very format of the Asia Cup. If overall I go in the conductiveness and the worth of the spins and the economy of the spin, you will be surprised to know that Australia and New Zealand pitches and the English pitches, they are not used to of these conditions. They are favoring the seams and the fast bowling. But if I pick up the average of the spin attack and the spin potency, then only Australia and the New Zealand, they fall back than the UAE. Surprisingly, in the Asia and in the all the other Asian places and the Asian region, UAE pitches are coming in the last number in the conductiveness and in the effectiveness of the turn on the pitch and the spin on the pitch. Despite these numbers, we will see again, as I told you, that lot of spinners will shine. I will tell you the details of these spinners, and if I tell you one more very interesting stat I brought for you, that 47% of the balls bowled there since the last World Cup have been by the spinners. In spite of ineffectiveness, 47% balls have been thrown on the pitches of the UAE by the spinners. This percentage is since the last World Cup when it happened in Australia and New Zealand in 2015. And until 2019, we are seeing this ratio will rise above 50%. So averagely, World Cup to World Cup, if we look, they will fall somewhere between the 52% in spite of not being effective and the wickets not favoring to the spin that much. And if on the other hand, we see about the seamers, as we are seeing in the English conditions, but you won't believe, seamers are still enjoying on these pitches, and seamers have been successful, particularly if you compare them with the Asian grounds, especially the Indian grounds, Sri Lankan grounds and the Pakistani grounds. Seamers are more happy to bowl over here, I think because of the air blown on the boards of the stadium, or because of the humidity, because of the sea. But seamers are happy over there as we go look up on the record. If we see the Bangladesh, Zimbabwe and all the Minnows, Ireland grounds, the seamers average is less than they do in the UAE. Otherwise, I mean, if you leave Australia and leave English conditions, England, which is on the top of the line, UAE is falling right after them. You won't believe in the seam. This, I'm not saying this, records are showing. So just see that how important will be the Indian lineup who are full of seamers, and they will take the benefit of this condition and this atmosphere. It has been learned now, right now, that there is quite humid in Dubai. As spending lot of times over here, I'm knowing the weather of Dubai and knowing, and it's very easy to predict that the team who will be following and who will be bowling, they will have a tough time and a difficult time because of the dew drops will be coming. It will be difficult to hold the ball. Mostly during the Asia Cup, the temperature of Dubai will be around 40 or 42. Most likely it will never come below 40. Mostly it will above 42. So it will be tough for the seasoned campaigners like Latish Malinga, Shoaib Malik to survive in this tough atmosphere because of the cramps, 50 over format. Most of the teams are playing now the 2020 format, especially Pakistan team. They are not getting enough ODIs. Mostly they are on the shortest format. So it will be a huge target in front of them. But the Team India, again having the pros and cons, Team India is the most fittest team for this format 50 overs game. Full fit profile players for these conditions and for these pitches. But let's see when it will come to the, not to the chasing, when it will come to the defending, what Indian team will do, we will see there. So Coming back to the big one, the clash of titans, I will take your attention to the Pakistan versus India, the clash of titans, the biggest battle on this planet Earth. Pakistan, when taking on India, overall I want to tell you that 129 matches have been played between Pakistan and India. So who is having the more weight? Are you knowing? Are you ready to know? Are you not knowing? Don't estimate men in green. Don't underestimate the Eagles. Yes, Shaheens and the Eagles. Pakistan is having a benefit over the arch rivals India in this number, as Pakistan winning the 73 games while Team India winning only 52 games, and the no result games for only 4. And believe me, this ratio was too much less for India, might be in 20s and 30s. But the recent era in the 2000, when the Rahul Dravid, Ganguly and these brilliant guys, Lakshman, they came and they are narrowing down the margin. Otherwise, Pakistan was way up than them in the ODI as well as in the any format, except one format. We will tell you about that very game. Where is that format? Bilateral series. If we see that both the teams, when playing the alternate cricket in their homes, playing 65 matches, also Pakistan winning here 36 games while India winning 27 games. Here also the margin of 27 games. India is narrowing recently in the 9 to 11 years. Before that, this margin was very big. Two teams tournament, if we say, when there's a tournament and both of these hosts and both of these neighbors are involved, 42 such games have been played, where Pakistan winning 29 games and India winning only 12 games. Champions Trophy, where Pakistan beat arch rivals with a courtesy of their opener Fakhar Zaman, the brilliant knock, and then the burst from their brilliant pace attack, including Muhammad Amir and Hassan Ali, where India was outclassed. The record in the Champions Trophy shows that Pakistan and India playing 5 games with 3 in the Pakistan pocket and 2 in the Indian pocket. Still, Pakistan is leading in the format. Asia Cup, might be, you will be knowing that Pakistan has won only 2 times, but India winning the Asia Cup 6 times. So here India should defeat Pakistan. But you will be very surprised to know this, that they have played 11 games among each other, one with a no result, and both have won 5 games each. So still Team India in any format is not passing Team Pakistan. Now comes the format where Team India says they are the best, where Team Pakistan is having the mystery. What's that mystery? Mystery of losing. Mystery or the stigma of the tournament, and that is the World Cup. 6 games have been played among each other. Would you believe? And total of 11 if I go on both the formats. India has beaten Pakistan on the trot with a 0 victory in this very format and in this very tournament. Very surprising that what is the myth behind that? Pakistan is still unable to beat Team India in a World Cup game. Even the prestigious tournament when they won the World Cup for Pakistan, when the Imran Khan's Tiger and that majestic cup was brought to the Pakistan back in the 1992, even in that match, Pakistan team was not able to beat India in the World Cup. But that was the turning point. After losing to the Team India, Pakistan team turned back, and then nothing gonna come in the way, and Pakistan winning in the flying colors. This is the strength of Team Pakistan. Be aware of that. We will tell you in the detail that how it goes when the tournament will go on, how the teams will progress, and we will tell you the strength and the weakness of all the teams. So Pakistan versus India's. Now if I come specifically in ODIs, now we are talking only about the one-day international games, I mean 50 over game. Asia Cup, 50 overs, as I told you, played 11, 1 no result and 5-5. So 50-50 margin. In the UAE, the alternate home of one team. So Pakistan, what's the record shows? 26 matches have been played in the UAE for the famous Sharjah Cup have been played over here. Pakistan winning in style 19 games and Team India unable to touch the double figures. India have won only 7 games in UAE. Whenever it's hard to beat Team Pakistan in the desert, that is the Dubai game, that is the Sharjah game, where Team India was least successful in beating the arch rivals. Only 7 games, I told you. Tournaments where 2+ teams are involved. I mean the big tournament where at least 3 teams are coming, or the more tournament. Pakistan and the India I'm comparing. So 63 games have been played. I mean in the tournaments where 2 or more teams are involved, India, Pakistan have played 63 such games, including Pakistan and including Indian grounds. Pakistan winning 37 and India winning 25 games, while 1 game went without result. So this was quite interesting. India versus Pakistan in the Asia Cup. Now if I go head to head, India versus Pakistan, matches have been played 13, India 6, Pakistan won 5, tied 1 and abandoned 1. Pakistan have won their last 8 matches in the UAE. The strength of the team Pakistan, last 8 on the trot in the UAE, and 9 out of last 12 since the World Cup 2015, Pakistan has won 9. This is most by the any nation on this neutral venue, where Pakistan has outclassed their opponents. Before going to the break, just as we are discussing about the team Pakistan and the team India, so before coming to the individual strengths, I will tell you regarding the Pakistanis that a part of the Pakistani captain, the most successful captain in the Asia Cup is Misbah-ul Haq. And if I go to the Pakistan's point of view, the most sixes in the Asia Cup by a Pakistani is Shahid Khan Afridi, 26 sixes. If I go by the catches, most catches by a Pakistani, those are 14 catches by the Pakistan slip fielder Yunus Khan. And there we will tell you about the adopted homes, and we will tell you about the fortress, and we will tell you about the strengths and the weakness of the arch rivals and the other teams. But we will have to go for a short commercial break. When I will come back, we will start right from here. You are watching Match Point. You can follow me on the Greatest Empire USA on the YouTube as well as on the Facebook. Keep watching Match Point. We will be right back. Welcome back on the Match Point. We are discussing Asia Cup 2018. The hot discussion is going on the Asia Cup on our brand new set for the Asia Cup, only exclusively for the viewers of Match Point. So we will discuss now onwards the team-wise strength and the weakness. So first of all, the team to watch, the team to see in this Asia Cup is the Team Pakistan. Team Pakistan, who are the winners of the Champions Trophy 2017. So this will be the team to watch on this very ground. When I say this very ground, so it means something is special, as I have told you in the beginning. The team to watch on this ground, because all the teams are alien and not familiar with this ground. All of teams are playing as a guest, including Team Pakistan. But there is a strength of Team Pakistan, as Team Pakistan has adopted this ground as a home ground. They have adopted this ground as a very own ground. They are more familiar guests. If I go to the virtual guest or the actual guest, the most familiar guest on the Sharjah, the most familiar guest for the Abu Dhabi, the most familiar guest for the Dubai. So this is the strength of Team Pakistan. Team Pakistan is knowing the pitches and the grounds more than anyone else on this planet Earth. If I say even more than the UAE team, it will not be wrong. Team Pakistan has adopted over the years the fortress, they have been told that this has been their fortress. As when we discuss about the test cricket and when we say the National Stadium Karachi, one of the fortress of Pakistan, when we say Calcutta, one of the fortress of the India, when we say Barbados, one of the fortress of the West Indian team back in the 80s and back in the 90s. The team Pakistan, which is mercurial in nature, and when they will be playing in the fortress, the opponents will have to take too much care for them because they are the adopted children of this ground. So you need to beat them with the confidence and with the myth, with the zeal, with the zest. Let's look upon the team Pakistan. Team Pakistan, Fakhar Zaman, the opener, the danger man for the Pakistan. With a nut head, when he is opening up, nothing stopping him. And when he is on the song, on his current day, this could have been the very dangerous for the opposition or for any bowling lineup because he is having the all potential of ripping them apart, especially on the off side. Fakhar's strength is the off. When he plays to the off, then nothing gonna come in front of him. Fakhar will be playing against the arch rivals. Arch rivals will be under pressure. He is the man who broke their dreams. He is the man who put them under pressure exactly 1 year ago. Not here, but several miles away. But the team was the same, format was the same. So India will be keen to stop this man. Fakhar Zaman, if he's on the day, nothing gonna stop Pakistan to win the game. Fakhar Zaman is the one fastest to get the 2000 runs, have done the 200 recently. Only man to touch the triple figures individually from the team Pakistan. A part of those 8 mercurial players, he is the one and the first ever player to reach over there to the magic figure of 200. A part of that, we were waiting for the last 17 to 22 years for the Said Anwar's 194 at the very ground in Chennai, and then we were not seeing the big innings who will make the magic figure and who will touch the magic figure. But ultimately, Fakhar doing this in the style. Next come the Champions Trophy hero, as I will tell you that this will be important that who is with him. Because in those days when Azhar Ali was with him, now he needs some companion to console. This is a guy who needs consolation in the big games, in the 50 over formats. So Imam will be the one who will be the partner. Imam is not that much mature, but Imam is very aggressive. It could have been the format of Said Anwar and Amir Sohail. It was once back in the 90s, the same way. Both are playing strong, both are playing fast. Imam is also brisk, Imam is also brave. He wants to cut loose, then he cuts loose. So it's not like this that Ramiz Raja anchoring at playing aggressively and then Mudassir Nazar anchoring for Pakistan. Things have been changed now recently. So both the openers are aggressive. Imam needs to look for his effectiveness. He needs to have a big partnership with the Fakhar, and on the current day, if they are giving the good start of 50 plus to the team Pakistan, I am sure the Masterio who will be sitting at the number 1, the most important position, the number 1 Masterio will be launching in the confidence. Yes, the number 1 Masterio, the number 1 batsman of the Pakistan, Babar Azam, will be the danger man for any opposition, whether it will be the team India, arch rivals, or whether it will be the Sri Lanka. But the Babar Azam needs to see which balls he have to leave and which balls he will have to play. Babar's strength, if I go, Babar is very good for all the balls which are coming near to his body. So Babar is having a difficulty whenever the ball moves away from the body. Babar is very good. He plays along with his body. The ball and the bat, when it comes with the body, and when he plays with the body, he is always successful. So Babar need to see that what he can do, what wonders he can do, so that the middle order, the fragile old middle order, does not come under pressure, and Sarfraz may not come under the pressure. So the cut shot of Imam, the off shots of offside shots of Fakhar, and then the power of Babar Azam, we will have to see. Though And down the order, if we look, solid Fahim Ashraf. Some of the people are saying that he is the Pandya of the Indian cricket team and the Pakistan cricket team. But still it's hard to debate on this, because Pandya has over the time has been more polished in the IPL, in the Indian Premier League. So both are the different players, they have the different qualities, different set of players. But of course Fahim Ashraf is very good for Pakistan, and when he was given the chance, first of all in the practice match in the last time, if you remember the Champions Trophy game and the World Cup games, previously in the Champions Trophy game, and he was given the chance in the practice game against Sri Lanka. So coming down the order, in the middle order, 6 or 7, sustaining the pressure and chasing 300 plus total is the trademark of Islamabad United guy Fahim Ashraf. So let's see what does Fahim do with the bat, with the ball. If you look upon the middle order, then the ever shining wicketkeeper. Wicketkeepers are the darlings of the team Pakistan. If you go to the Wasim Bari, if you go to the great Imtiaz Ahmed, rest in peace, if you go to the Taslim Arif, if you go to the Zulkarnain, Anil Dalpat, Salim Yusuf, Ashraf Ali, lot of names coming. Then the great era of Moin Khan, Rashid Latif, Kamran Akmal. Pakistan's wicketkeeper is always a savior. Salim Yusuf, if remembering the 1987 World Cup, tiger of the then captain Imran Khan, then Moin Khan, the savior of the captain Imran Khan in the 1992 World Cup, 1996, then the Rashid Latif coming the savior for the team captain Wasim Akram. So all the times the wicketkeeper batsmen are very important. The short-heighted, the batsmen, they are very important, and the brisk run scorers down the lane. So Sarfraz Ahmed is having all those capabilities, and recently he has shown it against the team Sri Lanka in the Champions Trophy 2017. So when Sarfraz is on the song, nothing gonna stop him. And if you remember the 2015 Cricket World Cup, where he was shining with the behind the wickets and with the bat, after the pressure, after the lot of pressure on the team Pakistan, and he was included in the team Pakistan. So you are well aware the potential of the wicketkeeper Sarfraz Ahmed. Now here is a very important point, that they need to have an anchor role along with someone, and who will give the anchor? The best man to anchor is the vice captain, possible vice captain Shoaib Malik. Shoaib Malik is the one who will give the anchor in those middle overs. If Pakistani openers in the middle line gives them a room of 180 plus or 190 plus, Shoaib Malik and Sarfraz Ahmed having all capabilities of stretching this total to the 300, and even not 300, with seeing that depth of the Pakistan team bowling. If they touch upon 250, 260, it will also be a very modest total and a very decent total. And now we come to the biggest strength of the Pakistan bowling. I mean the biggest strength of this Asia Cup bowling. There is one bowling side which is having the potential and fury to destroy any kind of cricket bats, any kind of batters, any kind of mysterios when they are on the song, and that is the bowling of Team Pakistan. So Team Pakistan having the wonderful bowling attack. If I go to the fast bowling, 4 left armers, would you believe, will put the trouble for the right-handers. Go for the great Mohammad Amir, and then if you look upon the Junaid Khan, they will be the treat to watch. And now the upcoming rising fast bowler who has been picked from the under-19, Shaheen Shah Afridi, will be joining them. He was given the cap earlier. Pakistan have seen a talented quicks and emerging in the recent years. Pakistan have seen a brilliance in the bowling in the recent years. One goes and one comes. They are coming with a touchdown of the relay race in the athletics. Amir bowls very close from the stumps. This will be a lethal. And when he will come into the right-handers, this could have been the blow for the opposition. Amir will have to work for that. He can create trouble. And one more name, if I will not take, that will be very bad. The man who will do the wonder and the powerhouse and the team lifter of Team Pakistan, Hassan Ali. Hassan Ali, when he will be coming from a second spell, he will be potentially toxic once he and Mohammad Amir blown away the arch rivals India in the grand finale of the Champions Trophy 2017. Pakistan's main strike bowler will be the Hassan Ali after Mohammad Amir. The right arm seamer will be quite useful in this very condition where the seam will be helpful on these grounds, and the best strike rate of Quicks of the 50 wickets he is having in his pocket since the last World Cup. In the seamers, he is having the best average since the last World Cup, and he is having the 40% of the dismissals for the LBW. As Amir is playing along with Amir is going close to the stumps, this man is putting the ball in the stumps, in the middle of the stumps. So Hassan Ali could have been very toxic. Amir and Junaid Khan will be featuring in the Pakistan 11, and they will be taking care of the middle overs. Upcoming talents Shaheen Shah Afridi, Usman Khan Shinwari have also been named in the squad, who will shine as they are having a plenty of experience along with playing with a World 11 in Pakistan and then playing against the Zimbabwe and against other teams. Pakistan's seam attack, depth, variety and the mixture of youth and experience. Pakistan's seam attack, as I told you, is wonderful. Anything 250 to 270 batsmen have to give, and then these bowlers having the all potential to stop the opposition, and they can challenge anyone against 270. And what about the Pakistan spinners? This is the department where Pakistan is having some concerns, but still things are going well. But after the Saqlain Mushtaq, one man came who is from Islamabad United, who has taken control of the things with his leg spin, and he is Shadab Khan. Shadab Khan, who is having a plenty of experience now playing in the leagues and the Champions Trophy. He was also the savior against the Team India. Shadab Khan will be there. In the recent years, they are using their slow bowlers. Imad Wasim has been used, Haris Sohail has been used, but unfortunately, as I told you in the last show, because of the failure of the Yo-Yo test, Imad Wasim is out of the Mickey's book and out of the Pakistan team. This is a big blow. Karachi Kings, Imad Wasim will not be in the Pakistan team. So the middle over roles, usually Mohammad Nawaz and Imad Wasim are sharing with each other. So this suffering Pakistan will be facing, and Wasim not making the squad. So Pakistan will be most likely need to stop the runs in the middle overs, and then Shadab's beauty will work, and the Shadab's magic balls, we will have to wait for those deliveries. It is something that Pakistan have adopted since the last World Cup, that they contain the play in the last overs, in the middle overs, in between 35 to 45, they maintain the rate. So this is a quite strength, with only India and Bangladesh spinners conceding fewer runs per over than Pakistan spinners, in between 11 and 40 if I see the percentage. All these numbers suggest that Pakistan will go into this year's Asia Cup with plenty of options. Well-balanced attack, looks more capable of causing problems to any side in the competition. So let's see what the opposition will do. We will have to take a short break. When I will come back, we will jump directly to the Team India, which will be the team to watch in this Asia Cup 2018. I am Dr. Adnan and you are watching Match Point. Welcome back to the Match Point. Noisy neighbors are there. Knock them out. This is not what I am saying. This Team India is saying. Yes, Team India is saying they have made myth in this Asia Cup. Noisy neighbors are here. Knock them out. So we will see that whether Team India knocks them out or Team Pakistan knocks them out. But still, there is a challenge in front of them, and the huge challenge when the batting Mysterio, Virat Kohli, the big blasting news of the Asia Cup, is not with the Indian team. Team India will be playing along with the flying colors of the Rohit Sharma, who will be the man in action, who will be commanding the Team India in this very Asia Cup. Virat Kohli will not be there. There are several statements for the Virat Kohli and the assessing that whether Virat should have been here or he should not have been here, he should have been a part of the Asia Cup or he should not have been a part of Asia Cup. he should have come along with the Indian team and he should have taken the rest along with the Indian team, or he should not have taken rest with the Indian team. So still these things need to figure out, but the die-hard fans of Virat Kohli, they are very angry. But one other man who is also angry, he is their leading and the star opener and the triple centurion Virender Sehwag, Viru. Viru is very angry and Viru says that this is not the good time to make him rest, and he says that if Virat would have been there, he can see that the new combinations and the new combos after coming after Rahul's inclusion in the team and after a lot of other ups and downs, Team India should have been done the preparation course in the shape of Asia Cup for the upcoming World Cup 2019. He says that it was very important that teams should have been played in the pressure against arch rivals, and so that they would have been knowing where their potential is against Team Pakistan, when especially they will come against Team Pakistan in the upcoming World Cup next year in 2019. So Viru is not satisfied with this decision of Virat Kohli and the BCCI and the Indian Cricket Board. But who is more familiar and more satisfied with these conditions? He is one and only the Prince of Calcutta, Dada. Yes, Sourav Ganguly says that this is the right time to say goodbye to Virat Kohli, so that Team India can know what is their potential without the Mysterio batsman. If the magic of Virat Kohli is not with them, can they still chase the game? Can they still win the game for Team India? And there is no issue that 2019, when Virat will be back in the World Cup game, he should have been given rest instead of giving him some big injury, so that to make him rule out of the cricket for potential 6 to 8 weeks. So there are different opinions, but overall the Team India members, they are happy with the new captain Rohit Sharma, but the critics and the pundits of the Team India and in India, they are not satisfied with the exclusion of batting Mysterio Virat Kohli. Rishabh Pant, he is also not the part of the Team India. Another surprise, he was shining along with the Team India in England, but after when they came back losing 4-1 to the Alistair Cook at the Joe Root's English team, now Rishabh is being as a batsman, we will not see him. One of the key highlights of the squad is the, of course, one and only exclusion of Virat Kohli. There is no bigger news than this, because Rishabh Pant is not in that much higher status in the Team India as of the team captain Virat Kohli. Lot of Indian teams, regular players who are in the England, rested for the Asia Cup and then have been picked for the Asia Cup. One of the such key names who have been picked for the Asia Cup from Team India, I want to mention Manesh Pandey, Kedar Jadev, Ambati Radu, they have been included. So the potentially where the strength is in the opening. Now selectors are not choosing Virat Kohli. The game is over, story is over. Virat Kohli is not facing Team Pakistan. Virat Kohli is not facing Mohammad Amir once again after getting out on the 2 balls in this current fit cricket. In complaint of a lower back strain which happened during the Lord's Test, which was the second test when India lost to the English team. Virat got a lumbar sprain in his back, and it has been said, authorities are telling that because of that lumbar strain, Virat is unable to play, and Virat has that time complained that if he avoids one test, it will be better. So along with the Virat's consent, the team management has decided to make him rest for the Asia Cup. And they don't want to put and to create more troubles for Virat. But in other words, the pros and cons, if we see, the middle order of the Indian team can be exposed in this situation. With the ICC World Cup 2019, India needs to figure out the best middle order batsman for them. Hope that the inclusion of Radu will solve this, but Suresh Raina was once thought to be picked for the Asia Cup after the inclusion of the ODI teams, but surprisingly the Chennai Super Kings Tigers, one of the tiger of the Dhoni team, Suresh Raina has not been picked, and he is the great players from the India and the most seasoned campaigner. He has been not picked for this Asia Cup. Among the bowlers, I will come, but before the bowling machines, I will discuss about the strength. The strength is Rohit Sharma. Rohit Sharma on any day, he can put the bowlers on the back foot. Rohit Sharma is the one who is having the potential to destroy any bowling lineup, including the Pakistan lineup. Rohit Sharma has been in the cricket. He is one of the unique players who have touched the magic figures 3 times. Fakhar Zaman has touched the magic figure 1 time, and out of 8 total worldwide players who have touched the magic figure, this very man has touched the magic figure 3 times, and out of those 3 times, 1 time was the one when the triple figures 268 was the maximum number when one man has been made the 3 figures, touching the 3 triple figures. This man has made the best in the ODI cricket. He is the best of the best when it comes to the double centuries. So don't forget the effort from this man. Don't forget from his leash bag when he opens the bat. So this is the biggest strength for the Team India. But here is the weak part when he comes against Mohammad Amir. He is having a poor record against Mohammad Amir. In the past, whenever we have seen, he was unable to touch the double figures. So this they will have to see that what's the pros and cons, and where he will have to face Amir, and what strategy they will make the Team India for the finals. This we will have to see. So along with him, Dhawan is the one. He will have to anchor the role along with the other Indian team top members. But the Dhawan we were seeing that also was the big failure against Pakistan. In the last match in the final also Dhawan was when trying to cut him loose and simple catch, he was nicking behind. So Dhawan, if he opens up, it could have been difficult time for Team Pakistan and the opposition. But if Dhawan doesn't score, then all the story will be coming on KL Rahul. And Rahul is yet not done the debut against Pakistan. We will see the new generation Virat Kohli, and second in command, best of the best after Virat Kohli, KL Rahul will be the player to watch from the Team India. And if I go back to the bowling, Bumrah, we will see, and Bhaveshna Kumar after having the Leeds test injury is back in the Indian team. So along with the Bhaveshna, Bumrah will be giving the company, and the biggest strength of this Indian team will be the seam attack, as the Bumrah is seaming towards and away from both away and in, he is putting the ball. So this will be the strength, because this wicket will help the seamers, and Indian team will have to rely on Bhaveshna Kumar. And of course, if we go to the Bumrah, the swinging Yorkers coming with a precision, no man in the current cricket is putting the Yorkers with such precision what Bumrah is doing to the opposition. Also the squad includes, as I told you the last program, 20-year-old pace prospect Khalil Ahmed, who has been picked from the local cricket, big man under the feathers of Rahul Dravid, his mentor. So he will also be a treat to watch. We will see how he will sustain the pressure of the big game, as Junaid Khan and Mohammad Irfan has sustained the pressure against the arch rivals in 2013 in the big game, doing the debut over there. Going to the next team, Sri Lanka quickly. The next team on the preview is the 5-time Asia Cup winner, one powerhouse. You can say once the powerhouse of cricket, big names, Dilip Mendes, Kumar Sangakkara, Mahela Jayawardene, Arvinda De Silva, Jayasuriya, Kalu Vidarna, but then suddenly on the drought, this sea started drying up, and then we were not seeing the greats, whether in the bowling, whether in the batting. Once it was a time when Voss was there, Murli was there, they were out of this sea, and then no one came to replace them with as strong as they were in the past. Angelo Matthews, we will have to see who is the captain. What do I believe in the powerhouse of cricket? The weakest captain in the Asia Cup would be, leave Hong Kong and those teams, the current competitive teams. Angelo Matthews will be the one captain who will be struggling. because of his previous injuries and lot of times in the team and out of Sri Lankan team, and then coming back again, and even sometimes he was dropped from the team. He was not playing in the Sri Lankan team as a player even. So these are the weaker parts of the Sri Lankan team, failing in the consistency, but we will see how they shape up in the tournament as the seasoned campaigner Latish Malanga will be back with his Yorkers, swinging Yorkers, but we will see that whether these Yorkers are still having the same potency as in his youth or they have declined. But this we will have to see, and Latish Malanga we will see how it will help the Sri Lankan chances to move to the Super 4. Not that good, not that much fit, and his lethal ball and the stock ball Yorker, this will be the trump card for the Sri Lanka, how well he does it to the opposition. Then we will see Dinesh Chandimal. The fitness issues are coming in the Dinesh Chandimal. He's sometimes out of the business, sometimes in the business, but I am telling you, if Dinesh Chandimal is fit, then their top order batting lineup up to the middle will be very strong for any opposition. Kusara Purara will give the further depth in batting. They can prolong the streak of the batting, and then Upal Tharanga down there. This is the big flaw because he's not consistent, Upal Tharanga. And if this top order, what I did, took the names, if they are not performing, for a sure this man is not going to perform, and the tail will become very long for Sri Lanka. Then my man is coming, the master man, Thisara Perera. He is a game changer with the bat as well as with the ball. He came with the World 11, he changed the scenario, he changed the game. At the current day, he is having all potential to change the game. And then in the bowling, along with the Perera, he will be joined with the Malanga and the Lakmal, of course. Dickwala, he is out of the business. As I told you in the last show, he has been dropped from the Asia Cup. Important news regarding the Sri Lankan camp is the inclusion of Shehan Jayasuriya, which is known to be the junior Jayasuriya. He will belong to the Lankan team because Shehan Jayasuriya has replaced Danushka Ganuthalika in the Sri Lankan Asian Cup squad after the opening batsman has been ruled out of the lower back injury. Now quickly coming to the Bangladesh, Afghanistan beat them up in the recent T20. But when it comes to the 50 over game, this is a different ball game, and might be this is the place where they can take a revenge with the new rivals Afghanistan. Afghanistan is a strong team, but Bangladesh can turn the tables around because this is not a T20 game. In the T20, obviously Afghanistan was too hard to pick for the Bangladesh. Captain Mushraful Murtaza, previous operations on the knees, but still the brilliant captaincy. And if I go upon the last decade, he's one of the besties who has led Bangladesh to the victories. Very good decisions in the crucial times, in the middle overs, the changes in the bowling. So he will be the key man to watch. Shakib will be the very important man. Karachi Kings once, and then the Peshawar Zalmi, and then the Kolkata Knight Riders. Shakib Al Hasan, the all-rounder, both with the bat and the ball, will be very reliable. But again comes the inconsistency. Shakib is mostly unfit. If he remains fit, he can be a game changer for Bangladesh. Mushkur Rahim and Liton Das, they will give little depth to the batting. So if they remain fit and the above top order performs along with the Tamim, they will go well along and they will give Bangladesh about 260 to 280 scores in the over. Tamim brilliance has yet to be seen as a challenge. That's if he remains fit, because Tamim is also struggling with the fitness, and don't forget the heat is on. 42 degrees will be the temperature. It's a long format, cramps will be there, so Tamim will have to be ready for the big games. Mahmoodullah, Mehdi Hassan down the order, both can bowl and both can bat, and Mustasfir Rahman is one of the specialist bowler who can be the trump card for the Bangladesh in the low scoring games. If this man fires, Bangladesh can win the games very easily over the rivals. The other major team and the last team to discuss is the Team Afghanistan. Team Afghanistan has been first time included in this Asia Cup, and we say them the giant killers. Giant killers are the Team Afghanistan, along with you can't put them anything out. You can expect anything from them. They are the one who were stunning the Chris Gale's team. They were the one who were stunning the Mushraful Murtaza team, and they can stun any opposition right now in this. And don't take them light. It will be the biggest mistake for any opposition, including our rivals India, Pakistan, to take Team Afghanistan on the light note. Their strength is again bowling. The number one bowler is along with them. Who is he? Rashid Khan. Rashid Khan leading from the front, once and still the number one bowler of the world, having the plenty of experience of playing in the leagues. Rashid Khan, the leg break, the googly specialist, he is the number one, and he will be the player to watch from the team Afghanistan. Mujibur Rahman will be the next man who will be a treat to watch from Team Afghanistan. He puts carom ball. Carom ball is his traditional ball, and this has still been the magic. They are saying this is a mystery. So along with the carom ball, one thing I remember, and I was forgetting in the headlines, that usually you have heard of the carom ball and the Chinaman ball. So the China ball have been now it has been sued by one Chinese man. I have heard that on his name, and he has said that don't use this abbreviation in the cricket. Chinaman will no more will be used in the cricket words. Anyways, after the Rashid Khan, Mujibur Rahman's mystery ball, carom ball, would have been used, and it is still the mystery ball for the batsman. And I have heard that he have practiced this ball after seeing the YouTube videos and the videos of the Indian players, but I'm not sure how much it is right. Both can hold the game in the middle overs, and this is the key strength of Afghanistan. Rashid Khan and this magic man, M for magic, M for Mujib. Nabi. Now I come to the off spin. The off spinner Nabi will be also a man to watch from Afghanistan. Plays with a new ball. And power play, when it comes to the power play, it comes to the containing the runs according to the field. Nabi is the key figure. If Nabi would have been in the Pakistan team, he could have been the trump card for Team Pakistan in those overs, along with the Shadab Khan. Anyhow, with the batting now, Asghar is the key figure, and then the powerhouse of batting, Mohammad Shahzad, because he is the Shahid Khan Afridi of Afghanistan. Nothing can cool him down. When it comes to his day, his mind, he is eager to show his powerhouse show, and nothing gonna stop him. If they make 270, the bowling machine of Mujib and Rashid Khan can still hold Afghanistan nerves in the key overs, in the death overs, and Afghanistan can turn the tables around. So last but not the least, we have finished the Asia Cup, but it's time to tell you about something. And that is killer factor. Alistair Cook have finally said goodbye to the cricket. He said goodbye to the English team. He said goodbye to the cricket community on a very good note, beating Team India 4-1 along with the captain Joe Root. But this killer factor is something about Alistair Cook you would never have heard before. Yes, are you knowing? Are you familiar with the term that what Alistair Cook has done in his career? He has made, after playing massive 25,562 balls, 12,472 runs, 1,442 fours, 11 sixes, leaving behind 5,283 balls, 9 ducks, 57 50s and 33 hundreds. Do you know that among this legendary career, Lester Cook has also played with the English team in the year 2000. But how he played in 2000? This is the killer factor. Yes, there was the Under 15 Challenge Cup from the England, from the Australia, from the other cricket playing nations, and Lester Cook was the part of that Under 15 Challenge Cup have been played in the 2000, and later he became the captain of that Under 15 team. So things were still amazing for them, and he was not familiar that still God has written for him so many flying colors along with the English team. So this was the killer factor, and I hope you would have enjoyed it. And when next time I will be coming, we will be coming along with a big one. There will be a nothing else. There will be a no other sports, no other topic, only green versus blue, Pakistan versus India. But for all this, you have to remain tuned in our YouTube page, Greatest Empire USA, and the Facebook page, Greatest Empire USA. And if the life remains the same, Dr. Adnan will be back to you on the big day of 19th of September. Till then, take care and bye-bye.